राधे राधे नाम रटत जो राधे 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 बोल राधे 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 बोल राधे राधे नाम रटत जो राधा रानी मन में बसाए राधे की फिर कृपा बरसे राधामय जीवन हो जाए राधे राधे नाम रटत जो राधा रानी मन में बसाए राधे की फिर कृपा बरसे राधामय जीवन हो कृपा तेरी हो जाए राधा रानी कृपा तेरी हो जाए राधा रानी कृपा तेरी हो जाए राधा रानी कृपा तेरी हो जाए राधा रानी। आधार तुम्ही उद्धार तुम्ही मेरी भक्ति का श्रृंगार तुम्ही मैं शून्य हूँ तो मेरा पुण्य तुम्ही मैं घुंघरू तो झनकार तुम्ही तेरा नाम जपा सौभाग्य जगा आराध्य तुम्ही मेरे तन मन में भक्ति का बिगुल बजाए सा राधे राधे अब जन जन में जग को भुला तेरे द्वार खड़ी मेरी प्रीत हो तुम राधा रानी स्वस्ति को तराशो एक बारी सर्वस्व तुम्ही राधा रानी कृपा तेरी हो जाए राधा रानी कृपा तेरी हो जाए राधा रानी। एहसास हो त्याग समर्पण का हो प्रेम की परिभाषा तुम ही है कृष्ण अधूरे राधा बिन सोना सब कुछ ही एहसास हो त्याग समर्पण का हो प्रेम की परिभाषा तुम ही है कृष्ण अधूरे राधा बिन सोना सब कुछ ही महके गलियां महके कण कण महके यमुना और वृंदावन राधे राधे गूंजे नभ में राधे राधे से सब पावन विनती यही राधा रानी अब चमत्कार हो कुछ ऐसा वास मिले वृंदावन में रास रचे निधि बन जैसा कृपा तेरी हो जाए राधा रानी कृपा तेरी हो जाए राधा रानी कृपा तेरी हो जाए राधा रानी कृपा तेरी हो जाए राधा रानी।
Brampton Crematorium and Visitation Center provides a complete range of cremation and memorial services. With customized exclusive facilities, Brampton Crematorium and Visitation Center, together with Ajax Crematorium and Visitation Center, two facilities serving one community. Brampton Crematorium and Visitation Center, Titty Bramwin Court in Brampton, and Ajax Crematorium and Visitation Center, 384 Finley Avenue in Ajax. Call us at 905-458-2222 and speak to our funeral director, available 24 hours, 7 days a week.
When thinking of shipping a barrel, box or sending money back home, think of the name you can trust. Think Lapakan. Lapakan has been serving our community for over 25 years, and a significant portion of every dollar spent at Lapakan goes to work in our community here and back home. Together, we are making a difference. For your shipping and money transfer needs, call Lapakan 416-292-4370. Lapakan, the name we can trust.
PowerShift Transmissions. We are the transmission specialists. Our business is built on our reputation. Our reputation is built on our good work. We guarantee our work at affordable prices. Our large inventory of transmissions allow us to provide same-day service on most vehicles. PowerShift Transmissions, 151 Tor York Drive, Unit 18, North York. Phone 416-744-8844. Toll free 1-866-848-8844. PowerShift Transmissions, one shift beyond excellence.
This July, the world's best collide. Right here in Guyana, home heroes, the Guyana Amazon Warriors return with fire to challenge the reigning champs, the Red Bull Riders. And champions from Australia, New Zealand, and the UAE join the battle.
Blocked away leg side and it flies for 6.
It's the clash of T20 champions. Get your tickets now at Warriors Box Office and at GSLT20.com.
Well, before we go to Salams Canada, just want to ask you, in fact, to come on out to Yusuf Day of Hope. It's the 19th annual Yusuf Day of Hope, and of course, they raise a lot of money. We want to congratulate, indeed, their parents and the siblings of Brother Yusuf, Sheikh Imran and his beautiful wife, Shamisa. They're doing an amazing job with the volunteers. It's coming up at the Pole Coffee Park Area A, that's Derry and Galway, and it starts at 12 noon and goes right until 5 o'clock. Please make an effort to come out. It will be snow cone. Of course, you get your burgers and hot dogs and roast corn and everything else. Face painting for the kids. So it's a fun time. Come on out, a beautiful space at the Derry and Galway, the Paul Coffee Park. Hope you can make it. Want to also extend a warm welcome to our friends at the IMO. They have an event coming up. We'll tell you more about that coming up later in the program. But right now, let's go to Salams Canada. And today the brother is talking about zikr and how it aids and soothes you when you're stressed and have anxiety and all that. Let's take a listen.
Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam.
It's time now for Salams Canada, brought to you in part by Tariq, Toronto and Region Islamic Congregation, the children of Lazina and the late Abdul Aziz, CIOG, the Central Islamic Organization of Guyana, Farex Freight System Limited, and Sheikh Halal Farms.
Spread it everywhere.
Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. What Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah said is like water is to the fish, oxygen to the human being, that is dhikr to the heart. Ala bi dhikrillahi tatma'innul qulub. Even till now, dhikr is what settles the heart and gives you tranquility in a way that nothing else can. If you feel yourself suffocating, if you feel the constriction of the chest, if you feel like you can't move, you can't operate due to the global circumstances or due to the circumstances in your own home, وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكَ. When you turn away from the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, things become constricted, tight. But dhikr opens the pathways. Remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opens the pathways, so much so that in the worst of times to strike mankind, dhikr will literally be your food and your drink. Subhanallah. That's what it will become to us. But the greater lesson, or of the greater lessons, is first and foremost, لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. Allah does not burden a soul beyond its scope. Even then, Allah will provide a way out. Allah does not burden us beyond our scope. He gives us what we can handle, and He gives us the tools of success. Otherwise, we're not accountable. But when we have the tools of success, then we become accountable. Also, that remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the midst of madness is the only way that a person can survive. And remembering Allah does not simply mean repetition on the tongue. Remembering who Allah is as you remember Him with your tongue. And thinking deeply about what you're saying when you remember Him with your tongue. And then allowing that to penetrate your heart when you remember Him with your tongue. That opens the pathways. It allows you to breathe, to not suffocate when things are happening. Alhamdulillah, Allah is in control. Subhanallah, Tabarakallah. I trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you walk out of the door, Bismillah, tawakkaltu ala Allah. Wala hawla wala quwwata illa billah. You're already acknowledging that whatever it is that I'm leaving my house to do, I trust that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to be the one to provide sustenance for me, and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to be my protector, that Allah is going to be my provider, and that if anything happens in the system that I perceive to be different, Allah Azza wa Jal has the keys. And so I'll continue to renew my trust in Him. What dhikr does to allow a person to not be paralyzed and not be suffocated is tremendous. And by the way, you will not understand this unless you've experienced it. Someone might be thinking to themselves, oh, here they go again, dhikr. Udhkurullah, whatever. Really? So if I repeat this, you will not understand the hal of Ahl al-Dhikr until you become one of them. The station of the people of remembrance until you immerse yourself in remembrance and become one of them. That's the only way you're going to understand the way that it truly allows you to navigate the madness of this world. Otherwise, you're a person looking in from outside and you can't understand the experience. It's like you don't know the temperature of a place unless you're inside of it. But you could tell that it must be cool if the people are not sweating. And so you don't understand the place of Ahl al-Dhikr, the place of the people of remembrance. May Allah make all of us amongst them, Allahumma ameen, unless you're in it. And if you want to know what it felt like, go back to Ramadan when you were in the last 10 nights and you were in the masjid remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The temperature, how did it feel? How did your heart feel when you were in that state of dhikr? That's not something that's reserved for Ramadan, that's something we reserve for Ramadan. So how do we overcome this sense of paralysis, and how do we overcome this sense of suffocation in the midst of the stress? Number one, al-dhikr wa-du'a. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-hammi wal-hazan wa a'udhu bika min al-ajzi wal-kasal. SubhanAllah, look at the connection between these things. Oh Allah, I seek refuge in you from al-ham, anxiety about what is to come, wal-hazan, grief over what has passed, wal-ajzi, to be paralyzed into inaction, wal-kasal, to be lazy, to be struck by laziness. Ham and hazan, if a person dwells too much in anxiety and grief, then they're unable to have the opposite of al-ajz wal-kasal, incapacity and laziness. So you turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and ask Allah Azza wa Jalla to unlock those things for you. The next thing we learn from our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is that where there is confusion, there is always a certain course of action. Da' ma yuribuk ila ma la yuribuk. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, leave that which causes you doubt and immerse yourself in that which causes you no doubt. Meaning when there's something that's confusing to you, because fitna can become very confusing, and you don't know, you're unable to sort things out properly, you're unable to figure out the best course of action, then exert yourself in a place where you know that your course of action will be blessed. But don't stop exerting yourself. Badiru bil a'mal as-salihah. The Prophet ﷺ says, as fitna comes towards you, rush to do good deeds. Rush to do good deeds.
Farex Freight System Limited, a global leader in freight forwarding, providing trucking and warehousing services across Canada and the US of A. Farex Freight System Limited provides air and ocean freight globally. To engage our services, please email us at info@farex.com. Sheikh Halal Farms, now open to the public at their warehouse location, only on Thursdays and Saturdays. 12 Steinway Boulevard, Etobicoke. Sheikh Halal Farms, 100% Zabiya Halal.
A nation united for one powerful night of praise and worship. It's the One Guyana Worship Experience. Monday, July 7th, CARICOM Day at the Guyana National Stadium, Providence, starting from 6 p.m. Join us for an unforgettable evening featuring international award-winning gospel ministers Chandler Moore, Todd Dulaney, Samuel Midas, Renwick Dewsbury. Out of Jamaica, the viral sensation, Prince Saj, also ministering. Faith Kurika, Cheryl Maloney, Timothy Roberts, Apostle Sean Sobers, Miriam Williams, Joshua Joe, and many more. The One Guyana Worship Experience, Monday, July 7th at the National Stadium. Admission is absolutely free, but you must secure your passes through your local churches, online, and designated outlets across the country. One nation, one people, one worship. The One Guyana Worship Experience. Don't miss it.
Happy birthday greetings going out to Lazina Aziz Ma. That's my mother, by the way. She is celebrating her birthday. Later, I have a song special picked out for you. So I just want to remind you, sit, relax, and enjoy this special day. And again, happy birthday from all your children. And stay right there. We're coming up with another selection later on the program, right? But right now, we go to a segment here we call Revival Time Canada. You know, on this station, we do items like this. We are early morning prayer. We share with you. We pray. We have also some bhajans and some lectures and qasidas and that throughout the morning period. So if you can't sleep, just click on CSTV and enjoy. Want to again say thank you to those of you on Facebook. You can also catch us 24/7 at www.mycstv.com. Don't forget, we are live and we continue for within this 2 hours from 9 to 11. 2 hours. Never been done before in Canada, where you have a Caribbean show live on television and, of course, keeping you company. Later on the radio, we will be on from 1 to 4 on 770 AM. And again, those of you who would like to join us, please join us at www.shabnamradio.com.
Song of ages to the Lamb, and all who've gone before us, and all who will believe, will sing the song of ages to the Lamb. Your name is the highest, your name is the greatest, your name stands above them all. All thrones and dominions, all powers and positions, your name stands above them all. And the angels cry, holy, all creation cries, holy. the Lamb. We'll sing the song forever and amen. And the angels cry, holy. All creation cries, holy. You are lifted high, holy, holy forever. Hear your people sing, holy to the King of Kings. Holy, you will always be. Holy, holy forever. Your name is the highest. Your name is the greatest. Your name stands above them all. All thrones and dominions, all powers and positions. Your name stands above them all. Jesus, your name is the highest. Your name is the greatest. Your name stands above them all. Above all thrones and dominions, all powers and positions, your name stands above them all. And the angels cry, holy. All creation cries, holy. You are lifted high, holy, holy forever. Hear your people sing, holy to the King of Kings. Holy, be holy, holy forever. You will always be holy, holy forever.
A nation united for one powerful night of praise and worship. It's the One Guyana Worship Experience. Monday, July 7th, CARICOM Day at the Guyana National Stadium, Providence, starting from 6 p.m. Join us for an unforgettable evening featuring international award-winning gospel ministers Chandler Moore, Todd Dulaney, Samuel Midas, Renwick Dewsbury. Out of Jamaica, the viral sensation, Prince Saj, also ministering. Faith Kurika, Cheryl Maloney, Timothy Roberts, Apostle Sean Sobers, Miriam Williams, Joshua Joe, and many more. The One Guyana Worship Experience, Monday, July 7th at the National Stadium. Admission is absolutely free, but you must secure your passes through your local churches, online, and designated outlets across the country. One nation, one people, one worship. The One Guyana Worship Experience. Don't miss it.
We pride ourselves on providing speedy, reliable, professional service. Our experts can help with space management and crowd flow. All of our rentals are properly cleaned and sanitized before delivery. Let D's Tent Rental do it right. D's Tent Rental, we've got you covered. Call 647-522-7566 or email us at dstentrental@gmail.com.
Ken Jewelry, West Indian owned and operated, continues with the tradition of handcrafted custom-made jewelry. They understand how precious and significant your jewelry are to you. So whether it's bangles, chains, earrings, necklaces, or a special custom-made piece, or even repairs, call on Ken's Jewelry. 1176 Morningside Avenue, the same plaza with Charlie's at Morningside and Shepherd in Scarborough. 416-293-7181. Ken Jewelry for quality and affordable jewelry.
This summer, we're turning up the heat Caribbean style. Chutney Fest 2025 is here. And now at our brand new, exciting new venue, Gage Park in Brampton, Ontario. So mark your calendars because Saturday, July 26th, gates open at 1 p.m. We've got free admission and parking, a full day of vibrant culture, delicious food, and non-stop entertainment by acts like Caitlin Sultan, Nishan Sultan, Vanita Willie, the band Destiny, Sunil Ramsuna, and so much more. So bring your family, bring your vibes, and we'll see you at Gage Park for Chutney Fest 2025.
Chutney Fest, Chutney Fest, Chutney Fest, oh yeah. Chutney Fest, Chutney Fest.
Starlight Family Restaurant, serving the best in Guyanese Chinese food. Dine in, takeout, and catering available. Monday to Friday lunch specials from 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. And all meat is halal. Daily drink and food specials. Open 7 days a week at 11 a.m. 1157 Ellesmere Road, southeast corner of Midland and Ellesmere in Scarborough. 647-352-4994. As well, follow us on Instagram at InStarlight. And also check us out online at InStarlight.com. Call us today for your catering needs or to book your private event.
For over 40 years, Charlie West Indian Food Mart has been serving our vibrant community across the GTA with quality and freshness from the Caribbean. Fruits, vegetables, fish, including all necessities and unique flavors from back home. Sue and Charlie want to say thank you for your wonderful friendship and support over the years, and looking forward to serving you at 3057 Hugh Ontario Street, Mississauga. Charlie's West Indian Food Mart, a family business proudly serving you and your family. To Guyana we go now with the President's Diary. And of course, you would see the hardworking President, His Excellency, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali. You know, I wonder sometimes if he gets any sleep. But he still bonks around the place as a youthful, brilliant, caring, sharing President. Well, they're on election footage, and of course, they dissolved Parliament, and it's election campaigning. So watch out, you'll be hearing much more about what's happening with the government and the opposition right here on this program, so on the station actually. So stay with us. Here we go now with the President's Diary. Following that, we'll bring you some highlight of the connecting the villages and the townships with the bridge that is being built. That will be coming up just after the President's Diary, a short clip. So do stay with us, and good morning again, and thank you for watching. This is CSTV on Caribbean Showtime.
Hi, I'm Marcia Hope, and in our Safeguarding Our Nation series, episode 2, which will be aired on Tuesday, the 1st of July, the Police Commissioner will share how the force is being transformed to serve all Guyanese with integrity, accountability, and respect. Discover how technology, training, and community partnerships are restoring public trust.
Welcome to the President's Diary, your weekly journey through leadership in action, where decisions aren't just made, they're lived. Join us as we follow President Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali in a week filled with service, strategy, and pride. This week was quite a busy one. We're talking outreaches in the hinterland, community engagements by the hour, opening hotels in Georgetown, and even strengthening diplomatic relations with Turkey and Japan. President Ali kicked off the week in Region 3, delivering the feature address at a networking event hosted by the Region 3 Chamber of Commerce and Innovation.
Addressing the Region 3 Chamber of Commerce and Innovation Business Networking event on Monday evening, President Ali laid out an ambitious vision that places the region squarely at the heart of national progress. With the landmark gas to energy set to come online soon, Region 3, he said, will take center stage in powering Guyana's next phase of development.
Access to cheaper and more reliable energy will unlock a new wave of manufacturing, agro-processing, and heavy industry, placing this area at the heart of Guyana's energy-led transformation.
In the arena of diplomacy, President Ali received the letters of credence from the non-resident ambassador of the Republic of Turkey to the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, Her Excellency Aisha Seljan Shanla, on Tuesday at the Office of the President. The President highlighted opportunities in manufacturing, biomedicine, and pharmaceuticals. President Ali also accepted the letters of credence from the new non-resident ambassador of Japan to Guyana, His Excellency Akima Umezawa. President Ali noted that the two countries currently share an extraordinary relationship. He stated that there are tremendous opportunities for the Japanese private sector to participate in Guyana's economic growth and development, particularly in key areas such as agriculture, infrastructure, healthcare, education, and technology. The president received a visit from acclaimed British Guyanese actor and musician Ram John Holder at State House. Holder, 9-1, is a pioneering figure in British television and theatre, and is best known for his beloved role as Augustus Neapolitan Cleveland Pork Pie Grant in the iconic British sitcom Desmond's. Later that evening, President Ali attended the Canada Confederation's 158th anniversary celebrations. He acknowledged the long-standing ties between Guyana and Canada, expressing gratitude to the Canadian government for its consistent support and solidarity with Guyana in the face of heightened aggression from Venezuela.
And just as Canada will stoutly resist any attempt to diminish its territorial integrity, so too will Guyana defend its borders with unwavering resolve. In this light, we thank the Government of Canada for its principled and consistent support for Guyana's sovereignty and territorial integrity.
Speaking during a live address on his Facebook page early Wednesday morning, the president unveiled plans for AskGov, an AI-powered chat box designed to answer citizens' government-related questions and help them access services anytime, anywhere. President Ali described AskGov as a 24/7 virtual assistant, which will simplify how Guyanese interact with government agencies.
With just a few clicks, citizens will be able to apply for passports, birth certificates, driver's license, and ID cards, access health and education records, file taxes, and businesses can have their registration done online. GRA can have all these services available by just a click of a button. This process have already started. We're going to continue. You will be able to pay your utility bills, apply for housing and construction permits, and much more.
Wednesday afternoon was an emotional and exciting day for all of Guyana's students as they celebrated their results from the National Grade 6 assessment. The hard work of the students has ensured Guyana produced the best pass rate, moving from 49% to 63%. President Ali joined in congratulating the students for making both their parents and the country proud.
I want you to know that as your president, I am so proud of all of you. And I want all of you to recommit yourselves to doing the best you can do for yourself, to be the best you can be for yourself.
On Thursday, President Ali touched down in 8 communities in Region 3 to address the concerns of residents. The first stop was at Lanabali in the Essequibo River.
There, he announced that residents will soon benefit from a new control structure. This will better manage drainage and irrigation and give a real boost to agriculture in the area. The control structure, which is similar to a sluice, will help to drain the area during the rainy season and during dry spells, ensure the right amount of water flows into the farmlands.
The construction of a control structure at Lanabali was raised. Am I not right? As an urgent project. Today, I am pleased to tell you that as of June 1st, 2025, the project was awarded, and the project is expected to be completed on December 1st, 2025, and that is at a cost of $75,713,000.
Another major announcement for Region 3 is a brand new state-of-the-art water treatment plant that is about to open in La Parfaite Harmony. The treatment facility will also bring clean water to nearly 27,000 residents in communities like Luston Russ, Rexford, Onderneming, Westminster, Schoonard, Baggotsville, Neems, and even Canal Number 1.
You will get treated water coming through your lines. And while the pressure is not what we would like it to be as yet, we are now putting in the new pump, the new well at Port Drying, that is going to help to ensure that the pressure continue to increase. So, for the first couple of days, we have to flush the lines, and then you will sip your water directly from the pipe.
Another major project to come on stream in Region 3 is an international port facility allowing Guyanese businesses to ship their goods to countries in the Caribbean region and beyond. With an initial investment of approximately 4 billion Guyana dollars, the port will feature state-of-the-art cold storage, packaging and agro-processing facilities, which will extend the shelf life of produce.
We have just awarded the contract for the first phase of a international port facility that will be at Porica. That facility at Porica will have cold storage facility for the farmers. It will have agro-processing facility for the farmers. It will have packing facility for the farmers. The initial investment is almost 20 million US dollars, 4 billion Guyana dollars.
On Friday, President Irfan Ali arrived in Lethem for the commissioning of the $356 million St. Ignatius Practical Instruction Department. Underscoring the critical need for technically skilled workers in an ever-evolving economy, the President urged residents of Region 9 to embrace vocational education as a pathway to sustainable employment and success.
Early exposure cultivates career passion. When you're exposed to these different technical areas, it may ignite a passion in you that will help you to understand what you want to be in life.
In the evening, President Ali gave the feature address at the grand opening of King's Hotel and Residences in Georgetown. He said that such ventures are exactly what the government wants. Luxury hotels help expand the local tourism and hospitality sector and employ more people, attract visitors, and contribute to the growth of local economy.
We're not merely watching history unfold, we're living it. Every new skyline addition, every soaring arrival number, every international award, every new airline that touches down at Chedijagan International Airport, each is a milestone in Guyana's transformation from a hidden gem to a global attraction.
To cap off Friday night, President Ali delivered the keynote address at United States' 249th Independence Anniversary celebration. The event marked a milestone in the growing partnership between Guyana and the U.S., with bilateral trade recently surpassing U.S. $4.7 billion. President Ali reaffirmed Guyana's commitment to diversifying trade and expanding access to markets in agriculture, technology, and infrastructure.
This accomplishment must not be taken lightly. We are a small, developing country, and for us to be in the room with our strategic partner, with our important partner. And as Ambassador said, with a preferred partner, our preferred partner. We want to let you know that we do not take the friendship and the partnership that we have built over the last 5 years lightly.
That's a wrap on this edition of President's Diary. Join us again next time as we continue to follow the footsteps of leadership.
This July, the world's best collide. Right here in Guyana. Home heroes, the Guyana Amazon Warriors return with fire to challenge the reigning champs, the Red Bull Riders. And champions from Australia, New Zealand, and the UAE join the battle.
Clapped away leg side and it flies for 6.
It's the clash of T20 champions. Get your tickets now at Warriors Box Office and at GSLT20.com.
When thinking of shipping a barrel, box, or sending money back home, think of the name you can trust. Think Laparkan. Laparkan has been serving our community for over 25 years, and a significant portion of every dollar spent at Laparkan goes to work in our community here and back home. Together, we are making a difference. For your shipping and money transfer needs, call Laparkan 416-292-4370. Laparkan, the name we can trust.
Brampton Crematorium and Visitation Center provides a complete range of cremation and memorial services. With customized exclusive facilities, Brampton Crematorium and Visitation Center, together with Ajax Crematorium and Visitation Center, 2 facilities serving 1 community. Brampton Crematorium and Visitation Center, Titty Bramwin Court in Brampton, and Ajax Crematorium and Visitation Center, 384 Finley Avenue in Ajax. Call us at 905-458-2222 and speak to our funeral director, available 24 hours, 7 days a week.
With this road that is being constructed, it's much more easier to get to where you have to go to, especially when you gotta get to Providence, the Harbor Bridge, to Mary, East Bank. It's much more easier and convenient. And let's say probably about 10 to 50 minutes, you reach at your destination, whereas you'll take half an hour on the public road or the Heroes Highway, which is a little congested now. So it's much more easier and convenient to road users. This is a good initiative, and more like this is needed.
Coming from the East Coast, as a person that works on the East Bank, it was terrible. I would have been reaching to work a lot late. Yeah, this is great for me as a driver, and I know every other driver would say the same, but this is perfect. And they should continue doing what they do best and keep up the good work.
It's a bit more smoother and a nicer experience. It's good to see more roads constructed the way this has been constructed.
The following is a paid commercial. The People's Progressive Party Civic invites you to an exciting T20 cricket clash and family fun day on Sunday the 6th of July 2025 at the Albion Sports Complex Berbice. Bring out the entire family. Gates open at 11 a.m. It's the PPPC's T20 cricket clash and a family fun day on Sunday the 6th of July 2025. Forward together for a better Guyana. That was a paid commercial.
Safeguarding Our Nation is a new series that will take you behind the scenes with the leaders keeping our country safe, from tackling crime to securing our borders to building stronger communities. You'll hear directly from those on the front lines as we shine a light on the progress, the challenges, and the work that is being done every day to protect all Guyanese.
This summer, we're turning up the heat Caribbean style. Chutney Fest 2025 is here. And now at our brand new, exciting new venue, Gage Park in Brampton, Ontario. So mark your calendars because Saturday, July 26th, gates open at 1 p.m. We've got free admission and parking, a full day of vibrant culture, delicious food, and non-stop entertainment by acts like Caitlin Sultan, Nishad Sultan, Vanita Willie, the band Destiny, Sunil Ramsuna, and so much more. So bring your family, bring your vibes, and we'll see you at Gage Park for Chutney Fest 2025.
Chutney Fest, Chutney Fest, Chutney Fest, oh yeah. Chutney Fest, Chutney Fest.
On Thursday, the 3rd of July, CSTV brought you yet another live event out of Trinidad and Tobago. I want to say thank you to Trinidad and Tobago Television, who provided us with the feed as we carried it live when the plane touched down, to the cultural events at the Cycle Room and everything else. And here we'd like to share with you the address made by the Honourable Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago as she welcomed His Excellency the Prime Minister of the Republic of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, as he also addressed the crowd. So we'll present that later over the weekend for you, the full broadcast. But right now we'd like to share the address of our Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Kamala Prasad Bisesa.
Thank you all very much. Thank you. Can I say namaste, Sitaram, good evening everyone. Our very distinguished guest of honor, Shri Narendra Modi Ji, Prime Minister of the Republic of India, Honorable Jai Shankar, Minister of Foreign Affairs, all other ministers and the delegation from the Republic of India, Cabinet Ministers, Parliamentary Secretaries, His Excellency High Commissioner of India and his lovely wife, and may I say, His Excellency the High Commissioner of India has worked really hard with us. Can we give him a round of applause, please? All senior government officials, distinguished guests, members of the Indian diaspora, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, I say again, namaste, Sitaram, and good evening. This evening, we are graced by the presence of someone near and dear to us. We are graced by a leader whose visit is not just a matter of protocol, but a profound honor for us. And so I am deeply privileged to join everyone here to welcome one of the world's most respected, most admired, visionary leaders, the Honorable Shri Narendra Modi Ji, Prime Minister of the Republic of India, and his delegation on this very historic state visit to Trinidad and Tobago. Prime Minister Modi, your presence is a great inspiration to all of us, particularly to the Indo-Trinidadian community, whose roots are planted in the same blessed Indian soil from which you emerged. This special community diaspora event is part of a packed schedule of official engagements, including an address to a joint assembly of our parliament, and that will take place tomorrow, as well as the signing of several memoranda of understanding between our two nations. So tonight we honor the revered cultural and familial bonds between our people. These bonds transcend time and distance, uniting us in a shared history and a shared future. Prime Minister Modi, you are a transformational force who has refined governance of India and positioned your country as a prominent and dominant global power. Through your visionary and futuristic initiatives, you have modernized the Indian economy. You have empowered over 1 billion citizens, and above all, you have instilled pride in the hearts of all Indians all over the world. And yet it's not only your governance, sir, but it's your reverence for heritage that has brought us together tonight. On your first visit to our country, you were not then Prime Minister, but as part, a cultural ambassador as part of the World Hindu Conference in 2002. Today, sir, you return as the head of a government of more than 1.4 billion people. You return as a distinguished and celebrated leader whose influence transcends boundaries. We bow to you, sir. What inspires this gathering most is your enduring commitment to the Indian diaspora, promoting culture, history, and the spirit of our shared journey. The ties that bind India and Trinidad and Tobago are not merely diplomatic in nature. These are ties of ancestry, of kinship, of sacrifice, and of love. We are bound by history, by shared struggle, and we're bound by common dreams. The journey that began 180 years ago in 1845 with the arrival of Fatal Razak at Nelson Island has evolved into a story of resilience, transformation, and success. Those early Indian migrants left behind everything except their language, their faith, and their culture. They crossed the Kalapani, the dark waters, once believed to sever the soul from the sacred. But today, we have reimagined that journey. We have moved from Kalapani to Pana Bandhan, waters of unity. Water not as a divider, but as a bond that unites our people. And in this spirit, we embrace ocean of unity, an enduring oceanic connection between India and Trinidad and Tobago. We are the grandchildren of Mother India, separated by oceans, but always remain united by enduring love and respect. This union is best captured in a poem, sir, that you once wrote, Sri Modi ji. And I will share some of the words from your poem. In the recesses of my mind, I travel far into the past, and each face I see unfolds a memory. My recall comes with ease, each visage easily recognized. Nothing stays hidden, for this is the truth plain to see, that our companions, with whom we suffered, never forgotten, together endured those sufferings. They become the journey in the end. Yes, Sri Modi, our people have suffered, but they have endured. And their endurance became the foundation of our nations. Somewhere in the distant echoes of time, somewhere in the annals of history, our ancestors are rejoicing at your visit, whispering through the winds of memory, their spirits stirred by the sacred reunion of their scattered children. This blessed moment affirms what we already know. The ties that bind our two nations are truly unbreakable. Under your leadership, India has extended its hand to the world, but never more so through your compassion, through your benevolence, with the vaccines initiative 4 years ago. When COVID-19 pandemic brought the world to its knees, while some other countries were hoarding medical supplies, you, sir, you ensured that vaccines and supplies reach even the smallest nations, including Trinidad and Tobago. Through your benevolence, you brought hope and calm where there was fear. I say again, this was more than diplomacy. This was an act of kinship. This was an act of shared humanity. This was an act of love. And this is one of the many reasons we are deeply proud to bestow upon you, Excellency, the Order of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Our nation's highest honor tomorrow will be conferred. We are all threads in the same human fabric, bound not by circumstance, but by compassion, resilience, and the timeless truths of our shared heritage. So, Honorable Prime Minister, let us continue this journey together as partners, as brother and sister, and as proud children of a most enduring heritage in history. This ocean of unity, this is our legacy, this is our love. Thank you, sir, and may our people continue to strive forever. Thank you very much.
Well, we have much more to come. Stay with us after this short commercial break. We'll be back with you. And again, just to let you know, we are live and we'll be taking your calls in the studio. You could WhatsApp us if you'd like to send us a message to share. Please do so at 416-832-7293. 416-832-7293. That's WhatsApp or text messages. If you'd like to call in to the studio, feel free. Our studio number is 416-848-7772. Yeah, it is on the screen. Feel free to give us a call. There we go with a short break and we'll be right back.
We interrupt this program to bring you breaking news. It's a win for Caribbean television. Caribbean Showtime TV is now available on Rogers, Bell, and Ignite TV. Call your cable provider and ask for Win Caribbean 659 on Bell 659, Win Caribbean 880 on Ignite TV, and Win Caribbean 672 on Rogers. Yeah, man, we on ting. Caribbean Showtime TV, embracing and celebrating diversity.
Trinidad's Shamji brings you a radio show like no other. Step into the Bollywood Zone, the Indian music industry's biggest hits. You've just gotta hear this show. Saturdays from 4 to 6 p.m. exclusively in Toronto on Shabnam Radio.
Well, thanks for spending your Saturdays here with us again. We're coming to you live, so don't forget you could call us, message us, WhatsApp us. We are here to keep you company and want to say thank you this Saturday morning. A gorgeous day indeed. They're promising that it would be another hot one. So wherever you go, dress appropriately. You know, loose clothes and make sure the AC is working. Drink lots of fluid and try to cool. As I mentioned earlier in the program, we had a special guest with us. I'd like you to thank Tara Barkovic, who is a funeral planner with the Brampton Beach Auditorium team. Now, Tara has been a hardworking community activist. She's been in and around the community for many, many years. We'd like to welcome her and maybe ask you, Tara, welcome to the program, first of all. And if you could tell us a little bit about yourself and what made you get into this funeral planning side of things.
Richard, the reason I decided to get into the funeral pre-planning was during COVID, I had a very rude eye-opener. My mother-in-law passed away, and had I not pre-planned her funeral, I think I would have been totally lost. Simply because everything was closed down, everything was shut down, and I had so many difficulties getting everything arranged. And it was only when I called Brampton Funeral Home and let them know that there was, she was pre-planned there, then all my troubles was just washed away. Everything was gone. Everything just disappeared like a miracle. That one phone call took care of every single thing for us.
I had a similar experience, but I've been working with them for many, many years. And I came in as a critic. I was calling and talking to Puneet because I've been to a funeral there, a couple, and I noticed a couple of things that people were complaining about.
Mm-hmm.
I just had an issue with the Canadian flag. It was ripped up and up there, and it was desecrating the flag, I thought, and Puneet remedied that immediately.
Mm-hmm.
We had an issue where the curtain group, you wasn't able to fit everybody, and then he came up with a solution, put them on the floor, removed the stage, and put better cameras, and he was accommodated. But I had to attend a funeral, I had to plan a funeral recently, and I didn't know where to start. I never had a cremation done. I attended, and not most of funerals. And when I got in touch with, I know a good friend there, Bovinda, I think is her name.
Balbinder.
Right. She, Puneet, told them to take care of me. And honestly, the younger staff, the people who came to pick up the body, the way they addressed the widow, the way they comforted, the way they addressed the deceased, every step of the way, it was so comforting. In fact, for the reception part of it, we had to get some snacks and stuff in there. They came out with a trolley. Okay, I thought they would do it. But at the end, they help us pack and load back the truck. And those are the things and the quality I saw and I like about them. You been working with them as a funeral planner, they call it?
A licensed pre-planner.
And you're a licensed pre-planner. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about some of the reasons that we should pre-plan. I mean, apart from the obvious, I wanted our viewers to listen and follow through because it's not a difficult thing. And having someone like Tara, who is from our community, I guess you could ask her any question. So let's go through some of the things that you think why someone should pre-plan.
At the time of death, emotions are running very high for all family members. You start to second guess yourself. Will my loved ones like this or will my loved ones like that? Is this what's going to make them happy on their final journey? Pre-planning takes away all the doubt and remove any sort of guessing that you will have. Also, pre-planning helps to save you money down the road. Funerals can get very, very expensive. And if you lock in your price at the time of pre-planning, regardless if you live to be 100 years, that is exactly what you're going to pay, whatever was locked in your pre-planning contract.
So also pre-planning, you would have an opportunity to pay all at once, or you could pay down or pay partial, and would the price change during the time of payment?
No, with pre-planning, you have a few options. You can pay it all at once. You can do monthly payments. I know right now Brampton offers 12 payments, tax-free, so you can do it that way. If you have an insurance policy, that is also possible. So there are many, many ways. There are many options available for pre-planning. And know whatever your price is locked in at for your cremation, for the funeral services, for the use of the facilities, that price is all locked in. Whether you live to be 100, there will be no increase whatsoever.
And another reason I think that is great to pre-plan and to use the services of Brampton and Ajax Crematorium, they have 2 facilities. And
Yes.
it's convenient. So whether in the east or the west, and apart from that, if someone, as I saw with a huge funeral, that the deceased lived in that area,
Correct.
in the east end, but the crowd was so huge. In hindsight, I was thinking, why they did not move it to Brampton? Can they do that when they pre-plan and at the later date now they want to switch locations?
Yeah. Richard, you can come to Brampton and pre-plan your funeral and definitely have it done in Ajax, or vice versa. It does not matter where you pre-plan because both locations are under the same ownership, so you can pre-plan at any of the location and have the funeral done at the location of your choice.
Well, my question mostly was, if they wanted to move on, let's say the week off and realize this is going to be a big event and it's more convenient, once the date is available, they can make that a request.
Most definitely. That would be no problem at all.
Okay. So what else you would like to share with our listeners?
I would like to encourage families that in our culture especially, people does not like to talk about death. But it's the one thing that's inevitable. It's going to happen. Save your loved ones the aggravation. Save your loved ones the hassle of trying to put everything together when you have actually passed. Come in. I encourage you to come in and do your pre-planning. Make your wishes known. Make your wishes available to your family so that there are no guessing at the time of passing.
Well, apart from that, I think too that your final wishes will be executed by your relatives. But you too would have a say in the pre-planning.
Yes.
You would have an input. So you wouldn't have to leave it all to your big daughter, who might have some pushback from the middle daughter, and you know, the little couture that takes place.
Yes.
So if you're watching this, you, as a senior, I know sometimes you feel as if all your rights has been taken away because the children, you know, they so lovingly want to make sure they do the right thing, but sometimes they don't get it right because you have wishes also. Listen, you can simply give Tara a call. She could come out to see you, take you out for a coffee, make your planning wishes known to her. She could give you a quotation, give you an idea how it works. You don't have to. You don't have to. And I suggest you shop wrong. Don't just take Tara's word for it. Call and get another quote, for example. Learn a little bit. By doing so, you would make the right choice. But I'm certain once you're done, apart from pricing, you know, it's a service, the extra that comes with it. And why I invited my sister Tara today was because I saw the care she took with a family recently. She didn't know them, but yet still you went out there, you did everything you had to do for them, you held their hands, they didn't know really what to do. And I remember, what was it the pundit said to you at the end of the funeral?
He said to me he was very impressed that Brampton had gone out and, you know, hired a West Indian Hindu on board because his job was made so much easier, and he was quite impressed that I was paid and stayed with the family from the very beginning of the services until the end, because it's not something he had experienced anywhere else.
That's right. And you know, with that, we have people who don't even know what to do. And the pundit would encourage and coach you a little bit. But I noticed there was a communication with your eyes. When he look at you, he know exactly he need the camphor, or he needs some water, he need the loader, and you were just on cue delivering it as he requested. So this is another thing that I assure you, not somebody who is being paid to do it, but somebody who loves to do what they do, to please and serve. And this is what you could get with Sister Tara. So let's give out your phone number at least.
Yes, I can be reached, Richard, at 416-798-3591. If the phone goes unanswered, kindly leave me a message and I will definitely return your call promptly.
Again, the phone number?
416-798-3591.
And you could call me. I would definitely have her number to share. But we will be preparing her number to share with you as we continue to market for Brampton and East Jazz Crematorium. Anything? No, one thing I wanted you to share a little information on. There is something that I told our viewers and listeners about, is the travel insurance. I believe at that time, I'm not sure what the cost now, was $4.99. And what this does, that anywhere in the world you had passed, you have a loved one pass, the body will be taken care of. Not only the airfare would be arranged, but there are certain paperwork that needs to be done by the consulate and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So all of that would be arranged for you. And I'm not sure, but maybe you could tell us. I believe it also covers a flight for a family member. So tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, Richard. The travel insurance, it's a one-time fee, and I think the price now is $595. And recently they've called it Journey Home. And what it does is, if you die outside of Canada or even in another province, in fact, to be exact, what it does cover anywhere 100 kilometers or more from your residence, this coverage will pay a family member's airfare or transportation to go to the location where you have passed to bring your body safely back to your homeland.
Right, and that also includes if it's out of province or maybe right across the border, wherever. So there are services like that that is available. In fact, it's not provided by Brampton or Ajax. It's an independent insurance company that Brampton and Ajax has vetted to make sure everything is kosher and in check, and you would be the one making the arrangement to make the payment and of course get your certificate, your insurance in your hands, and wherever you are, all it takes would be a phone call and all arrangement will be made. So that is something I would like to get, and I would work on getting more information to tell you how easy and how exactly it works. Sister Tara, anything else you would like to share with our viewers?
Some questions that people have that they would like answered, Richard, is that what happened if I prepay at Brampton and the funeral home closes?
Oh.
That's no issue whatsoever. Your plan is transferable anywhere in Canada, and we are able and willing to help you with that transfer should the funeral home close.
Whether it closes or not, it's a good question. Let's say I know someone who made arrangement for her funeral to be close to where she lives on Victoria Park in Maine.
Yeah.
And let's say that funeral home, she wishes now to move that over to another location, Brampton or wherever. Can she do that?
Yes. The plan is transferable irrespective of how long ago you did your pre-planning. The only thing the funeral home is allowed to withhold is $350 of that cost for administrative charges. And you can transfer your plan to any funeral home of your choice.
Right. So if you don't like the way things are going, and it should tell you that Brampton and Ajax Crematorium had no reason for closing. In fact, I'll tell you more about the expanding even in another location coming soon to your neighborhood. So I'll tell you about that. Go ahead. Anything else?
I encourage people to just get rid of the myth or the doubts that you have in your mind. please come out and pre-plan and prepay your funeral. Pre-planning it would let you do things your way. The children will have no issues. Everything would be written and dictated according to your final wishes.
Well, there you have it. Again, Sister Tara would be a guest. We'll have her again on the program. So please, the phone number, one more time.
It's 416-798-3591.
And you can also give me a call, or we'll be able to share that with you. I want to thank you very much for coming in, and I'm pleased to know that we have somebody like yourself that we could lean on times of need. And just to let you know, we never know when that day will come, whether it's the early morning or nighttime. But here is a lady who is committed. Once, of course, she would be able to tell you what are the steps you should do. She would have it on a piece of paper so you could clearly follow what numbers to call and when and why. But if you have doubts, you just give her a call. She'll be right here. And as she said, if she doesn't answer, she would get back to you as soon as possible. So once again, I want to thank you for coming in.
Thank you very much, Richard, for having me. I certainly appreciate it.
Indeed. Well, we're taking a commercial break, and we'll be right back with some more music, more entertainment. Don't forget, we are live, so feel free to drop us a text at 416-832-7293, or you can call the studio line 416-848-7772. Taking this short break, I'll be right back.